So today I want to talk about why chasing views on YouTube may actually be making you less money, especially if you're trying to grow your own business, your brand, and sell your products and services via the channel. Because I've learnt this the hard way, and I can tell you now that chasing views, especially viral videos, is pretty addictive. Once you've had it, once you've had that hit, shall we say, of getting hundreds of thousands of views on videos, you really don't want to go back. It's kind of an ego boost, and it shows that we like all of that attention and that external validation. We're all guilty of this. I mean, I guess it's why people are addicted to social media in the first place. So I get and I understand that from a vanity point of view, we really want as many views as possible. And in a way, from a business point of view, we want as many views as possible. But if they're not the right views, then you're pulling your audience in the wrong direction, because it means that you're not necessarily speaking to your perfect customers. You're not speaking to people that actually want to buy your products and services. So if you were trying to sell your coaching services, for example, to somebody who is over 50 and you're selling fitness products to them, fitness training for longevity over 50, so that they can stay in shape, age better, feel better, and have less chronic disease and better mobility. So maybe they've had some injuries and some sickness already, and now they're trying to prevent that so that they can age more gracefully. So if that is your target avatar, and let's just say it was men or it was women of that age demographic, and you were speaking to a particular problem, then you want to speak to those people and you want to speak to those particular problems. But if you help with one area of that, so maybe it was the food side, or maybe it was the health and fitness side. So maybe one side was yoga in terms of the mobility and the longevity and the flexibility in terms of your body. And then the other side was more the sort of health side of things in terms of your diet, fasting, carnivore, all of these different types of things. Then you're going to approach your videos and speak to people in a very different way. You could look at it in the sense of saying, well, it's all relevant to the same person, longevity and health and body and mind, and it's all connected. And yes, it is. But it's a very broad group that you're speaking to. And if people were interested in the yoga part, and then you speak to the food part, maybe they think, oh, well, I've got the food part down. I don't really care about that. So therefore, suddenly half of your content is not relevant to those particular people. So when you go broad, even if it feels like you are going narrow, because you would still say, well, I'm targeting men over 50 who are wanting to improve their longevity, so it's relevant. And it is if you're only planning on growing your channel. If it's just about growing your channel and getting views, then by all means, speak on all of those topics. Some videos will go viral, others will tank. You may see huge ups and downs in terms of views, where some videos connect, and again, you've split your audience, so not everybody in terms of just your subscribers are going to be watching all of your videos, but maybe you'll get more overall views with the viral videos. But what you'll probably notice if you're selling your products and services is you don't make as many sales. Now, don't get me wrong, when I've had videos go viral on my channel, I have still made sales from them. So there's no doubt that you can get hundreds of thousands of views and still make sales. But the issue is I've had a video on my channel that got about 230,000 views. And then I've got another one that's got about a few thousand views. And the video with a few thousand views has more sales than the video with nearly 250,000 views. And they're both similar topic, but one has converted more people. So therefore, chasing views, knowing that it's a stressful thing with the ups and the downs, it's like a roller coaster ride, and knowing that you're then splitting your audience, because most of those people, if a similar percentage, if a few thousand people on this bought the same or more is hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people, then that means that most of the people watching these videos are no longer going to be interested in buying your products. They're not your target audience. So therefore, I was better off not chasing views, just trying to speak to even if I'm getting hundreds of views on my videos, if it's the right people and they're more likely to buy my products and services, then I'm going to be making more money overall. This comes down to your CPM. Maybe you're monetized, maybe you're not. If you're not, and monetization is not the goal, and really it shouldn't be, speaking to your customers and trying to sell a product or service, especially as an educational creator, should be your goal. We want to gain momentum. But if you're making, let's say, $10 per 1,000 monetized views on YouTube, and then YouTube takes 50% of that, so you get $5 per 1,000 views, but with that 1,000 people, I sell a $1,000 product, what would you rather have? A $5 product, a $5 from YouTube in ads? There you go, little token gesture. Or $1,000 from 1,000 views? There's no comparison. Like, if you just would stop chasing views altogether and just speak to those people, your target audience. So maybe you're selling something low ticket, but even if you were selling a $20 course, if 2 people bought out of that 1,000 people, that's still more than you were getting for that 1,000 views from YouTube. So in terms of selling your products and services, in terms of growing your brand and making money from YouTube, it's a no-brainer. Stop chasing views. We want to go as broad as possible. We want to bring new people in so our channel continues to grow, but you really want to be just talking to your target avatar, just talking to the perfect person that will want to buy your products and services from you. Because going broad, as I said, it's really hard to let go. So you're probably actually better off never going viral, because once you go viral, you'll always be chasing that high. You'll always be chasing that excitement that comes with getting lots and lots of views. But if this is about making money, then that should not be your goal at all. And I would argue that most educational creators, most educational channels, you're going to be very lucky if you're getting 100,000 monthly views. But with 30,000 of the right highly targeted monthly views, you can grow a really, really profitable business. You could be making $10,000 per month, easy, from the right 20, 25,000 monthly people. So it's really not about views. But knowing that if I have 25,000 people and I was getting, let's say $10, I'm making a few $100s in ads. I'm not making any money at all. You can't replace that as a job. So ad revenue alone, even sponsorship deals, sponsorship is still dependent on you getting enough views, in which case you're back to chasing views. So all of your videos need to be getting a fixed amount of views for you to make good ad revenue and good sponsorship deals. So again, you're just back to chasing views. So this is not a business model, in my humble opinion. Don't get me wrong. I know there's going to be haters out there who go, yes, but you can make lots of money from sponsorship deals as they grow. You might get $5,000 per video, and absolutely. I mean, if that's the model, the way you're going, and in your niche you can get views, then fine, by all means. Don't go down the route I'm going down. But chasing views is a stressful existence on YouTube, especially for an educational creator. So if you know you want to be chasing good, stable growth and getting a couple of thousand views per video, or even a few hundred, most of my videos don't get that much anymore. And it's the more targeted I get, the fewer the views are that I get. And those will come up again because I have been changing niche slightly. And I've just deleted a huge amount of my most successful videos. And I'll create another video on that soon because that's a whole another topic. But it's about aligning perfectly with your avatar and just creating videos for them that is going to help them with the problem that you solve. So that really should be the goal, just making videos for those particular people and not chasing views. Don't get caught up in the vanity metrics because it's not about that. It's about building trust with a small group of people, because really you only need 1,000 people, 1,000 true loyal customers, or even 100 people paying you $1,000 a year, that's $100,000. So if your goal is to make, say, $1 million a year, you only need 1,000 people paying you $1,000. So hopefully my math is right there. So really, it shouldn't be about going for the large numbers unless you're in a commodities game. where you're selling something very cheap en masse and going for volume. But in which case, maybe long form on YouTube isn't necessarily the best option anyways. Maybe you should be going for high brand awareness and doing lots of shorts and TikTok stuff. So it really depends on what you're trying to do. But if you're an educational creator and you're trying to sell courses, coaching programs, one-to-one coaching, any type of information product, even agency, if you've got an agency business and you're trying to get clients on a ongoing basis, then YouTube long-form content, especially these types of more vlogging style of content these days, they really are a great way to connect with your audience and produce very easy content where you can get to know them and you can create content every other day. You can smash out a lot more content and drive that connection and build a connection with your audience, because people need to watch a large amount of your content before they become a customer. So if your content is jumping around all over the place as you chase viral views, then you're going to lose them. You're going to lose that window of opportunity where they need to watch 7, 8, 9, 10 of your videos before they even consider becoming a customer. So you got to understand that you have to get people watching a lot of your content. They don't just watch one video, very rarely, and suddenly go, oh yes, I want to work with this person. No, trust is earned and developed over time. So that's just my 2 cents. I wouldn't personally, if you want to make the real money on YouTube, proper money, as an educational creator, I would stop chasing the views and create the content that your perfect avatar wants. So there you go. Now, if you would like more help with that, you can book a call with me and I can help you develop your channel and also your offer as well. And I've also got a lot of free resources and templates that I will link to in the video description that will help you grow your business. All right, I'll see you in the next one.